Internal Revenue Service IRS tax news. More EDA relief from IRS September 15th, October 15th deadlines, other dates extended to January 3rd for parts of Connecticut. But first, I have written a song that is absolutely 100% guaranteed to do more to save the world from global warming than any bunch of politicians hanging around together smog shaming each other, especially when the world's largest greenhouse emitter, that being China, is not at the table. It's called Don't Be Dodo Doo-Doo. Goes something like this. Don't you know, there's nothing left of the dodo other than petrified doo-doo. Don't let it happen to me and you. Why don't you get a clue? Don't be dodo doo-doo for the sake of me and you. Leave the crap to the bottom of your shoe. Yeah! IR 2021-213, November 3rd, 2021, Washington. Victims of Hurricane Ida in parts of Connecticut now have until January 3rd, 2022 to file various individual and business tax returns and make tax payments, the Internal Revenue Service announced today, following the October 30th disaster declaration by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, otherwise known as FEMA, FEMA. There's a link to FEMA here. The IRS is offering relief to those parts of the state designated for either individual or public assistance. Currently, this includes, and I will most likely not pronounce some of these correctly, especially the tribal nations, and therefore you have a link to this so you can check it out on your own, but I will try to go through them for comic relief here. So currently, this includes Fairfield and New London counties, including Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation and the Mohegan Tribal Nation. Any jurisdiction added to the FEMA declaration will automatically receive the IRS relief. The current list of eligible localities is always available on the disaster relief page. There's a link to the disaster relief page here. This relief postpones various tax filing and payment deadlines that occurred starting on September 1st, 2021. As a result, affected individuals and businesses will have until January 3rd, 2022 to file returns and pay any taxes they were originally due during this period. This means individuals who had a valid extension to file their 2020 return that ran out on October 15, 2021 will now have until January 3rd, 2022 to file. The IRS noted, however, that because tax payments related to these 2020 returns were due on May 17, 2021, those payments are not eligible for this relief. The January 3rd, 2022 deadline also applies to quarterly estimated income tax payments due on September 15, 2021, and the quarterly payroll and excise tax returns normally due on November 1st, 2021. Businesses with an original or extended due date also have the additional time, including, among others, calendar year partnerships and S corporations whose 2020 extensions ran out on September 15, 2021, and calendar year corporations whose 2020 extensions ran out on October 15, 2021. It also applies to calendar year tax-exempt organizations whose 2020 extensions ran out on November 15, 2021. In addition, penalties on payroll and excise tax deposits due on or after September 1st, 2021 and before September 16th will be abated as long as the deposits were made by September 16, 2021. The IRS disaster relief page has details on other returns, payments, and tax-related actions qualifying for the additional time. The IRS automatically provides filing and penalty relief to any taxpayer with an IRS address of record located in the disaster area. Therefore, taxpayers do not need to contact the agency to get this relief. However, if an affected taxpayer receives a late filing or late payment penalty notice from the IRS that has an original or extended filing payment or deposit due date falling within the postponement period, the taxpayer should call the number on the notice to have the penalty abated. In addition, the IRS will work with any taxpayer who lives outside the disaster area but whose records necessary to meet a deadline occurring during the postponement period are located in the affected area. Taxpayers qualifying for relief who live outside the disaster area need to contact the IRS at 866-562-5227, 866-562-5227, 866-562-5227. This also includes workers assisting the relief activities who are affiliated with a recognized government or philanthropic organization, individuals and businesses in a federally declared disaster area who suffered uninsured or unreimbursed disaster-related losses can choose to claim them on either the return for year the loss occurred, in this instance that being the 2021 return normally filed next year, or return the prior year, that would be 2020 in this case. Be sure to rewrite the FEMA declaration number DR4629 on any return claiming a loss. See publication 547 for details. There's a link to that publication here. The tax relief is part of a coordinated federal response to the damage caused by Hurricane Ida and is based on local damage assessments by FEMA. For information on disaster recovery, visit disasterassistance.gov. There's a link to disasterassistance.gov here, as well as the other links and the FEMA links and whatnot, so you can look some of the stuff up. And there'll be a link to this in the description.